and relevance that promises an enlightening and enjoyable listening experience, ensuring you don't miss out on this captivating adventure on Next Gen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is your host Ria Mohammed on Next Gen right here at Radio Al Ansar. From exploring current trends to delving into pressing issues like social justice and mental health, this show fearlessly tackles the pivotal subjects that resonate deeply within our generation. Our mission is to embody authenticity, relatability, and humor, ensuring that even the most challenging discussions become accessible and engaging, creating a space where listeners can feel understood and entertained simultaneously. Now, today I have a guest in studio, my colleague and my very close friend, Alima Nadia Casto. I was actually super excited for this because I get to have one of my closest friends on air with me. But first, now I am super excited to announce that I will be doing an awesome giveaway partnered with Nonna's, Capino, and Strata Street Food next week, Thursday, the 11th of December. 3 stores, 3 rounds, and 1 champion. Each round has 1 question per store, and you guys can call in or WhatsApp us at 060-904-1056 to answer for your favorite store, and points go to whichever store's listener gets the question right first. Now, there will be 3 rounds, which is round 1, Name That Bite, round 2, True or False, Food Edition, and round 3, Speed Spelling, Foodie Style. Now, anyway, so tune in to next week, Thursday, the 11th of December. Oh my gosh, this year has gone so quickly. Anyway, time to bring on our lovely Alima. You can hear her laughing already.
Oh my God.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I am well. How are you?
Well, thank you. We spoke the whole morning. Yeah. We were at work together. We were talking, we were singing.
True, we did a lot of things today.
No, but our lives are quite eventful.
A lot has happened in this past week. Not even this past month, actually. So,
yes.
Yeah.
We have some really exciting stuff coming up, but we obviously can't mention it on radio. But it's exciting. Yes, okay. We will speak to Uncle Nabil about him, coming to Ansar.
Yeah. We'll try
and talking about it. Yes. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, now obviously I wanted to talk about mental health. And I was like, why not have it heart to heart with my friend?
Yeah. It makes sense to get information from someone that's very close to you.
I was just thinking about this topic because there's tons of individuals in this era especially who struggle with their mental health.
Exactly.
And with my listeners, I have a younger listening audience my age, our age, and then I also have the older listening audience. And what I also like is when I talk about mental health and any sort of events like this, I actually enjoy it because they should understand what our age and what our generation feels.
And I feel like it also gives them a way to know how to approach these situations.
100%.
Yeah.
That's also what I really aim for.
Yeah.
So anyway, now going to mental health. When it comes to this topic, what do you think conversations about mental health have become more common in the recent years?
Well, I'd say the most the biggest factor would be social media, because we've outgrown the whole traditional way of having to talk about our problems, and sometimes we don't know how to approach our parents, so we feel like it's better to just talk to a stranger online about what we're going through. And a lot of people relate to what maybe let's just say, for instance, what I'm going through. So if I had to speak to someone online that understand what I'm going through compared to someone who's close to me who might, or we feel might judge us for whatever it is that we're going through. So social media has had a way of lessening the burden of that mental health. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, that is true. Because as you mentioned, the conversations about mental health have become more common, because people are finally recognizing how deeply emotional well-being affects every part of our lives.
Exactly.
So there's been a huge shift in society. Younger generations speak more openly. Social media gives people space to share their stories, and awareness campaigns have helped break a lot of old stigma. And then on top of that, pace of modern life. The pressure, from school and work, and the rise of anxiety and burnout have actually made mental health impossible to ignore. And all of these changes have pushed the topic into everyday conversations, making it something we talk about rather than hide.
Yeah, true. And I feel like it also like as much as it affects the person going through it, it also affects the people around you.
Yeah.
So being able to being able to know how to deal with it is actually beneficial to you and to the people around you.
Yes.
So yeah,
Because like it's
definitely.
like you not just learn things about yourself, but you learn about other people too.
Exactly.
And I mean that really helps as an
A lot.
individual. Now, what factors do you think influence the mental health of young people today?
What factors influence?
Like, okay, I was just thinking that there's like a mix of pressure. There's tons of shapes, and that also shapes the mental health of young people today. And you know, most of them come from the world around them rather than from anything personal.
Yeah, true.
Like the biggest factors include like academic pressure, career pressure, you know, like the fast-paced modern life, social media comparisons, and constant online visibility.
Very big on the social media comparison, because like we are exposed as the youth, we're exposed to a lot of social media. We'll like it is a lot Facebook, Instagram. So like the more we see how other people live their life, and we tend to like want to live it as they do, but we don't know like what is behind all of that, you know, all of the posts and everything. So like it plays a huge role. I feel like especially with young people, social media plays a huge role in mental health and mental awareness.
Yes, because like what we see on social media, most of the time it's completely curated. I mentioned this on one of my shows previously, where like a girl, she could be posting, she's maybe like in Europe, going on holiday in Europe, she's all dressed up, okay, let's just say Dubai, right? She's driving fancy cars, buying all these fancy clothes and all of these things, right? And she's living the life. But in actual fact, while she's back at home, she's busy crying, and her mental health has gone down the drain. And I mean, like seeing everything on social media, you have to feel like, you know, this person has things figured out. You're like, oh, I need to have everything figured out.
And then so you pressurize yourself into getting those things done.
And then you add that to the influence of global news, then digital overload, and then family expectations come in, and a lack of real downtime, and that creates an environment where it can be overwhelming. And all these elements together play a huge role in how young people feel and cope day to day.
Yeah, and I also would like to touch on the fact that some children grow up in very like busy homes, so the father's not around, the mother's not around, and you don't really have a safe space to talk about things. You know, you don't have someone, or let's just say maybe I'm the only child and I don't have siblings. So what do I do in that situation? I find it hard to write, to journal, because some of us face our problems through journaling. I find it hard to speak to friends because I feel like I can't trust them. So I would really love it if like parents would find time, you know, to be with their children, to like get to know what their children like, want, and everything, because it lessens the burden. Like if you talk to your parent, you know that, okay, although I might get like a bit, just a little bit of like judgment, but it's from my parent and it's for the best, you know. So parents, no matter how busy you get, always have time for your child, because that plays like a huge factor.
And that also, I mean, plays in like a lot of kids. I mean, they grow up, like for example, to be a bully. That's because they don't get that support and the attention from their parents. So that's why it's good to give your child like some time to be seen and heard. And even if they're in the wrong, you tell them, say it to them, but don't just cut them out and tell them, like, let's say like for me, like, okay, I'll use myself as an example. Let's say I'm like going to my parents and I'm crying, and then they tell me, no, Ria, you're 20, you can't be crying here.
You're overreacting. Yeah, so that is not a way to approach certain situations. You know, we need to have like moments on where like we teach. I don't know if I should say teach, but like also advise young parents on how to parent their children.
Because like fortunately, one of the reasons like why I'm also emotionally strong is because I grew up in an environment where it was crucial for us to basically voice our emotions and how we felt. And then that's how I also learned, like, okay, like I learned about a lot about myself, and my parents actually helped me see that. And I feel like, as you mentioned, a lot of parents need to put in that time with their kids so their child their mental health doesn't go down the drain.
Yeah, true.
So now, how do you think now technology, as we were talking about social media, how do you think about technology and social media shape the way society understands mental health?
So like we get to share a lot of things. Just right now, we're on the radio, we're talking to people. Like people can listen. They get to understand that mental health is a very, very huge topic. It is a very serious problem that we face in society. So they get to like know the pros and cons from people who actually have experience about it. They actually get to let's just say understand it a bit more better, and they get to sometimes they even get to like feel included in like, especially maybe let's just say it's teens, they get to like feel included and they receive a lot of information on the topic. So I mean, it is a lot. There's a lot of things that we can get on social media, especially when it comes to mental health, because a lot of like celebrities these days, they talk about it freely. It's no longer like a thing that I have to hide and fear because I might get judged or people will not understand me. So like the more like celebrities, since they have like a larger following and they have like people who actually what do they call this, like follow them, like I'd say follow them. Okay, like they have a lot of people that follow them, so like it is easier to reach out to a lot of people. So when they talk about these things, people feel included, people feel understood, especially if they are going through,
because they have a large platform.
Yes, exactly. So they have a large platform and it gets to literally almost everyone. So I feel like that is how social media shapes.
No, I get that, because like, okay, I look at it in both ways, right? Now people can learn about conditions, coping strategies and therapy options in ways that were much harder before, because I mean, like before that, like you couldn't really talk about your emotions. Social media was not there to basically help you, just like how you mentioned that you can have like basically famous people, celebrities, and they will talk about mental health and how they feel and whatnot, and people will feel hurt toward that. But like I mean, before that, no one had that.
Exactly.
So like, yes, online communities and platforms also allow people to share experiences, normalizing conversations, around anxiety, around depression or stress, which does reduce stigma. Whereas on the other hand, there's the tricky side. Now, social media can create unrealistic comparisons, like highlighted, curated, as I mentioned. Everything's curated. They'll highlight those curated perfect lives and feel anxiety, particularly in young people, our generation,
because we're easily influenced.
Yes,
exactly.
And I feel like it's like mainly, I guess, Gen Z are the main people.
Definitely.
Ages 17, well, I guess no, maybe like 15 to 27.
Well, we can
there.
maybe like just say, let's just start from 13, because these days, like,
because it's era. But like we basically grew up in like, well, now we're in the peak of technology now, and social media, and then now we're gonna have our younger little like cousins and family members and all these younger people. They're gonna come into these lives. Wait, I have a question. That 6-7 thing.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that? Because I honestly, all these sort of brain rot things, I cringe to it, and I'm like, I cannot.
To be honest with you, I don't even understand.
I don't know what it means.
A lot of people judge me for not understanding like the whole 6-7 thing, but I don't. Every time a person says it to me, I'm just like, okay.
Wait. We have someone here on the other hand. Let's ask him. Zachariah. Okay.
Hello.
So how are you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. We really missed you.
I missed you too. I missed y'all too.
You were gone for about a year?
Half a year. I think just say about 7 months.
That was a very long time. I don't know. Like I missed him being my sound engineer. It was very fun, but I love my other sound engineers too. Anyway, right. What do you feel about the 6-7 thing?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm on the same page as her.
Wait, you? Yes. I don't know what it means. So it's this whole thing on social media. It's mainly with the younger kids, and they're like 6. Okay, I don't even want to say it because I cringe to
7.
Yes.
What is that?
I don't know. It's just like all of a sudden they'll come and be like 6-7, and I'm like, what is that? Like, can you stop? Apparently, it's some like brain rot type of thing.
But I'm gonna Google that. No, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I'm gonna do a very Gen Z thing. I'm
gonna ChatGPT. You're gonna ChatGPT it, because I was wondering, like, what does it mean? I don't know. There's so many perceptions on it, and I'm like, these kids come up. So it's like basically what I'm trying to say is like kids in this era, they come up with so many things that you don't even understand. Our generation don't understand it. It's like,
Mhm.
what are you showing me? Like, I don't mean to be rude, but it's like,
exactly.
yeah,
I
like,
don't
what?
understand. Like, what is it that
Yeah.
it's okay? So like we face trends, and I feel like some trends should actually be able to teach.
Yes.
But like when you come to me and 6-7 me, I don't even know what that is. So like, and you can't even.
Wait, I want to say my
Okay.
favorite is that fa sound. I don't know if you guys know it.
No,
Fa.
I don't.
Oh, I'm gonna send you a TikTok video.
Okay, send it to us.
You guys should
Please
see
do.
that. Fa.
Okay, so he doesn't know about the 6-7 thing, and we don't know
exactly.
exactly. No, but like as I said, the main purpose is like these kids. They come up with new things all the time, and I'm just saying, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. What's new? Like, are you gonna come up with like flying pig? like what's
I get
next?
I get you. But like people, especially kids, like they're exposed to a lot, so I can't really blame them for
100%
following these trends, because it's something that is out there, you know, and you can't really hide it from the kids. So in a way, as much as social media is a good thing, it can also be a bad thing.
As I mentioned. It's really freaky. I mean, once again, there's so many unrealistic comparisons and lies and curated images. AI.
Oh my gosh.
AI is
Don't get me started on the
thing.
AI.
AI is a huge thing. I mean, it's changed life. It's so hard to find a video that is an AI and it looks so real.
Do you know that they're actually making music using AI?
I saw that.
And like the songs are so good that it's so unrealistic. You're like, okay, nobody can hit that vocal.
Yeah.
You know, like we'd listen to like songs and people would hit high vocals, but like you're just like, that's really unrealistic.
It is. I don't get it. Like,
exactly.
It's like, goodbye. Okay, anyway, we're gonna come back right after a quick ad break, so I'll see you soon.
This segment is brought to you by Kenfield Auto, your RMI approved service and repair specialist. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport. Kenfield Auto.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار.
Car won't start?
Kenfield Auto.
Noisy brakes?
Kenfield Auto.
Due for a service?
Kenfield Auto. Kenfield Auto. The answer to all your car problems. Your service and repair specialist for your VW, Audi, Suzuki, Toyota, or just about any vehicle. Kenfield Auto, your RMI and insurance approved workshop to handle them all. 236 Brickfield Road, Overport. Call us on 031 207 2399. Kenfield Auto.
Join Radio Al Ansar for a public meeting to share your concerns, suggestions, and feedback regarding our programming and programming-related matters. The date, Saturday, 6 December, 12 to 1 p.m., North Beach, outside Debonair.
Every day, thousands go to bed hungry, but you can change that. With just 10 Rand, you can provide a loaf of bread. This bread is more than just a donation. It is a lifeline for so many families in need. Be part of the Al Ansar Outreach Slice of Life drive today. Call Outreach on 031 208 1601 and make a difference one loaf at a time.
It's Ria Mohammed here, hosting the Next Gen show on Radio Al Ansar. With each new episode premiering every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m., my audience is invited to partake in this enriching journey, expecting a blend of insight, humor, mental health, trends, and relevance that is offered, guarantees a listening experience that is both enlightening and enjoyable, promising a journey not to be missed. Ria Mohammed from Next Gen. Okay, beautiful souls, it is me, Ria Mohammed, back live on Next Gen with the lovely Alima Nadia Casta.
I like the way you said that. Okay.
Fred, so we were talking about AI. Now, okay, when it comes to our parents,
gosh,
what do your parents feel?
So, like, our parents, I'd like to apologize because I feel like they go through a lot because of us. They go through a lot. Like, for instance, my mom doesn't even understand the whole AI thing.
Yeah.
Let alone know how to use her own phone. Like, I'm being genuine.
Yeah.
Serious. Like, she doesn't. So, like, when I once showed her this cat videos on
Yeah.
TikTok of this AI thing,
Yeah.
meow, meow, meow.
Yeah.
All the time.
We do that at work.
So, like, she used to
Hear
like,
Zach in the
she
background.
watched it and she was like, what is this? And I'm like, it's AI. And she's like, what is AI? And I'm like, it's artificial intelligence. She's like, oh my gosh, you're not gonna kill us one day. And I'm like, she's so dramatic. So like I there is like a point, like it gets to a point where these things also start affecting our parents because they now believe
Yes.
everything they see on
Yeah.
social media.
Imagine our
You know,
grandparents.
Exactly. Like it is quite a thing. And I also
Yeah.
feel like it also, touching on that, Ria, I realized that we're talking about mental health, right?
Mhm.
And we're talking about how much it affects the youth. But I would like to take a deep dive on how it actually affects older people,
Yes.
because they are used to let's just say being the strength.
Yeah.
Like they're used to being the shield, the protectors, and who's actually there to protect them
Yeah.
from these mental problems, you know? So I feel like if you also have a good relationship with your parents, you should also be able to talk to your parents. And if you see like, okay, today my mom's not okay, she's not bubbly, like let me go and talk to her and find out. Obviously, maybe she will not tell you everything that she's going
Yeah.
through, but she'll say something that will lessen her burden,
Yeah.
you know? So it also goes both ways. If us as Gen Z expect to be supported, we should also learn how to support our parents.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's just what I wanted to touch on. But we can go back to that.
I love that. Like, like going back to what you were saying. I mean, my brother, my twin brother, I did mention last week too. He met up in a really bad motorcycle accident where he actually almost lost his life. And alhamdulillah, subhanallah, through all the du'as and prayers from everyone, I mean, Allah worked within the hands of the surgeons, the doctors, the nurses, and they saved him. And I mean, my mother, like both of my parents, they were like gone out of their minds. They went through a lot. I went through a lot. It was really, really hard. And I tried, like, although I was like in a state of mind, like I actually only settled this last week, and it happened 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. And I only like actually came to terms with it and actually accepted the fact that this has happened to him. And as I said, it was really, really hard. And then I kind of let loose, and now I'm a bit more happier and outgoing compared to what I was like between the last 2 weeks. But I had like, I mean, I didn't want to put the burden, like I didn't want to tell my mom, like, you know what, Mom, I'm breaking down. I'm really sad. I'm feeling depressed. Like I'm really worried about Riot, because I mean we all are.
Exactly.
But I didn't want to tell her that, and she knew, because like the one night I did cry, and she was at the hospital with my brother because she spent the night there. And then I called my aunt to tell her, and then my aunt did tell my mom. My mom said, "Shame, Maria, like no, you should have told me what you're feeling." And I said, "No, you know, you're going through so much right now. I don't want to put the burden on you. There's other family members, yes, who are going through like the same thing, because I mean it's our family, like, but I can try and like, you know, talk to them, you know,
to them instead of,
because I know they'll be there for me.
Sure.
But because like my parents, like I mean, they've gone through so much. I mean, they almost lost their son, their only son. I mean, we're twins. It's just the two of us. I mean, it's heartbreaking. I was heartbroken. I've been sleeping in his room. I'm glad. I don't think he's listening to my show. He's in hospital right now, but I don't think he's listening to my show. So he won't know that I'm sleeping in his room. But for any of my listeners who know my brother, don't tell him I'm sleeping in his room. It's just like I feel, you know, a bit close to him.
Exactly.
And like I have 2 cats, right? And they don't really like me. Although I love cats, but I think because I'm very loving, and they don't like to be touched and stuff. But they love my brother. Like they love they don't like anyone else. They just like my brother. So they'll always sleep in his room. So they've been sleeping in his room with me.
And they've been.
And I was like, oh my god, what? It's Ride's room.
Like,
I think I should stay here.
Like, is it me or is it because it's Ride's room?
Yeah. I wish
But
it
I
was
get
me.
you.
Honestly, I wish I could say, oh, it's me. But it's actually just Ride's room. Just his room.
Yeah, he does have a sense of.
Yeah, I mean, you met him. He worked with
He is
you.
amazing.
Yeah, he is a very sweet
so
boy.
amazing. Yeah, he shouldn't hear me say that. By the way.
But he'll be so happy. I'll tell him today. no, Alima and I spoke about you on radio.
Mm.
And he's like, okay. But I'll see him
Reaction.
tonight after work. So basically, after the show, we are going to be going back to work,
Oh yeah.
doing a bunch of
Sorry.
fuck.
I forgot about
Getting,
that
yes,
part.
me too. I was actually really
I'm
enjoying this.
enjoying myself so
yes,
much.
and we have 19 minutes left, unfortunately.
Okay.
But we're going to take advantage of it.
Okay.
Anyway, right now going back to the topic we were talking about. Now, what are some misconceptions people still have about mental health? What do you think?
I feel like I get this all of the time because I also
Yeah.
struggle with mental health.
Mm.
So like people would be like, "You're so dramatic."
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And I'm like, dude, I'm going through it like so much.
Yeah.
And a person would tell me like, nah, you're just so dramatic. I went through that. I never
Yeah.
reacted like that. We react to different things like differently. We react to things differently as
Mm.
people, you know. So like a lot of people are too judgmental when it comes to mental health. Like if I come to you and I'm like, Ree, I'm going through it, I expect you to like
Yes. I'll
put me on
confide.
your shoulder and be like, it's
Yeah,
gonna be okay.
I will hold you. I will
You
be like,
know,
it's gonna be okay. I'll
exactly.
talk to you about
But
it.
like
you know?
if you come to me in like a very harsh tone, I'm gonna feel very judged.
yeah.
If you come to me in a very undermining tone, I'm
Mm.
gonna feel very I'm gonna feel very sad about it. And it's actually going to build into my
Mm.
depression more. Like it's gonna make
Yeah.
me feel more depressed or more whatever it is that I'd be going through at
Yeah.
that point. So a lot of people, the misconception people get about mental health is like a lot of people think we fake it. It's not something you can fake.
Yes.
It is not
yes.
something you can fake. It is not something you can let's just say start, because
Yeah.
you just don't start it and be like, okay, today I just feel like having a mental breakdown, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but in all honesty, I just feel like people need to be a little bit more understanding,
Mhm.
you know, a little
More
bit
compassionate.
exactly more compassionate. You know, they need to also be there for people.
Mm.
You know, because I remember this one time. Now, this is a very personal story, but I'm gonna share it anyways. So I was really like going through a lot.
Mm.
I was going through a lot, and I was on the urge of like, I don't know, should I say dying?
Mm.
Because I felt troubled like a
Yeah.
lot of things were going on in my life, and a lot of things didn't make sense. So I had this very close friend, and I would talk to her about most of my problems,
Mm.
you know, and she'd be understanding. So
Yeah.
on that day I went to her house and I was like, oh, I don't really want to be much of a problem, but I'd like us to talk about this and that and that. That was what I was going through at the
Yeah.
time. And she looked at me and she was like, you know, I've been handling a lot of your problems and I think you should handle them on your own.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, now I have to
Aw.
handle this on my own. And my one and only friend is not there, you know, to hold me through it all. So like I became more in a state than I was when I saw her.
Yeah.
So like I understand where she was coming from, because like I'd always like go to her every single time. So it does get tiring, you know, because all your burdens are on that person. But like I was also sad on my side,
Mm.
you know, like, okay, there's no one to support me now. I have to deal with this alone. But I'm actually grateful to her because I learned how to survive on my own.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what a lot of people need to learn, how to
Mm.
survive on their own, especially when it comes to mental health. So yeah, sorry for
Thank you so
going
much for
around.
sharing that. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
thank you very much.
I'm glad you're
Okay.
okay now, though.
Oh,
Yes.
lovely.
Well, I
As
got your
always.
back no matter what. I will hold your hand through everything.
Thank you.
You're
so
one of my favorite people now.
much.
So ever since we started working together, I was
you
like,
know, that whole working
leave us
together
alone.
part is
Yes.
amazing.
yes, it makes me so happy. Like I get to work with someone who I love, who I like to be with.
Exactly.
It's so fun.
very fun. So like, okay, can I get your view on
So I was just
the question
thinking,
you asked me? Mhm.
one of the problems is that people say, one of the misconceptions is that people say that mental health is weakness. And many people think that struggling mentally means you're not strong enough, when in reality, it's a health issue, like a physical illness.
Exactly.
And then it's like, then they tell you, oh no, you can just snap out of it. Now, depression, anxiety, and other conditions aren't matters of willpower. They often require therapy, support, or even medication. I mean, you have to go to that. And then, like, on some extreme cases count as mental illness, people often assume that mental health problems are only severe or obvious, but even mild or moderate struggles can actually have really big impact.
Exactly.
And
Exactly,
yeah,
true. Like in the okay, people tend to think like children go through mental problems,
Yeah.
but like in the workplace, I have experienced like a breakdown because like it wasn't because of like my work environment. It was just like something personal. But like these are the things that can happen. Like a mental breakdown can happen anywhere.
It can.
At any time, you know, so we need to be like, you need to just be prepared to be there for a person, even if you don't know what's going on in their life. Like at work, people like, you know, everybody's in their own world, you know, you're just trying to get through the day, do your work, go home, and probably deal with your issues at home. But like, what if those issues don't wait for you to get home?
100%.
They actually start dealing with you now. So like a lot of people in the workplace need to understand that we're all going through a lot. All of us are going through something, even if it's not a lot, but we're going through something. So if we can, let's just try to lessen the burden for someone else.
I agree.
Be
I love
kind.
that.
Exactly. Be kind
yes.
to one another. Yeah, but that is just it.
Absolutely.
And if you're going through like if you know you have a mental problem, if you know you have a certain mental illness, please go and speak to someone. Especially, I'd say maybe a professional, a therapist. That really helps a lot. Like, I've had sessions with my therapist. I don't know how many times she's helped me through everything. But like, it is so amazing to get to speak to that person and be like, okay, this is what you're going through. At first, you'll be like, oh, they're just writing in the book. Like, why are they writing in that book? And then at the end of the day, when they give you like the overview of everything, and you're like, okay, this person actually gets me, they understand me, you know, because of the things that I've told them, and they actually give you a solution to the problems. Like, it is so amazing. I don't know, therapy for me is amazing. I do not want to lie. So like, if you're going through something, please go and see a therapist or talk to someone that you trust and someone that's very close to you.
That is true. I absolutely love that. I mean, another misconception is like how basically, yes, you should go see a therapist and you may be put on medication.
Yeah.
But what some people tend to think is that therapy or medication is only for crazy people, which is flipping insane. I mean, seeking help is normal and completely healthy.
Exactly.
Treatment is just like seeing a doctor for a physical condition.
Exactly. Like a broken arm, they're gonna like put some
Yeah,
ointment or
they're gonna
something.
give you some medication.
Exactly. So like, it's me handling my problem instead of not handling it, because there's also a lot of like bad things that can come with not handling a mental illness, especially if it's something like bipolar.
Yeah.
Bipolar is a mental illness, and if you don't get it cured, like it there's a lot of like red flags that could come out of that. So do not judge a person because they're going to see a therapist. Please don't be that person.
It actually makes them very strong for going to see a therapist.
Exactly. You become stronger and you're able to face your problems.
That is 100% true. I love that. Now, going to the education system, how important is education about mental well-being in schools and workplaces? What do you think?
I think it should be a thing. If it were up to me, it would be a subject.
Yes, same.
Exactly. It would be a subject because like a lot of children, especially at school, don't understand mental problems.
Yeah.
They don't understand what's going on. If they see a classmate breaking down, they probably laugh at them because you're crying in class and you seem weak in front of everyone. But like, if it's something that we talk about in school, that we educate children on, then it's easier for people to get support, especially children in school to get support, and even teachers too. Like some teachers go through that and they know how to face. They go through that probably because they're older. They know how to go through it. But like when it comes to children, like, I feel like our children should be a priority. We should be able to teach our children. We should be able to. It should be, to me, as I said, first thing. If it were up to me, it would be a subject. We'd talk about mental health all the way throughout school.
I love that. I mean, okay, if I had to, so at one point I was considering becoming a teacher.
Oh yes.
And I was like, no, because there's a lot of things that I guess. Okay, I chose law, let's just say that. But it was between law and psychology the most. And then I ended up choosing law. So if I had to become a teacher and there was a subject that had to deal with psychology, I would be like, yeah, I'm teaching that one.
Exactly.
I love that.
We're like the same because I also wanted to do law. And then I was like, nah, I want to understand the brain more. And I was like, psychology. So I'm stuck between the two. But like, I ended up decided to go to culinary school because I love cooking. But like, I literally went off route. At least I was still
They are
into.
so different. Okay. Here's
like,
something
yeah.
that you could do. I mean, deal with psychology, feeding people, making them happy.
Oh yeah, true, exactly. Like,
Food
I'm happy when
if
I'm
that's a
full.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm happy if I get like a good plate of food. So yeah.
Yeah, treat
true.
people's taste buds
Mm.
with decadent foods.
Exactly, and different unique flavors.
Yes.
So nice.
What is your favorite food?
Dude, I don't know if you'd know it.
What
but,
is it called?
So it's something my mom makes for me. She mixes up a pumpkin, milk, and maize meal. Like, I don't know what they call it, but
Interesting.
in Shona we call it napi.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Yeah, but
so
like
it's a favorite.
it's like a certain porridge that is soft and rich. I don't know how to explain it, but it's so good. And if it would be like something that I'd make it, obviously pasta. I love pasta. I feel like pasta makes everyone's day so good.
Okay, what's your favorite thing to cook? I mean, you're in culinary school, so
steak.
Steak.
I mean, everybody would like to cook it.
Okay,
Good
I like steak. Steak is good.
Steak. But yeah, okay.
Well, anyway, now what role do you think the community support plays in improving mental health awareness?
That is a tough one because, like, when it comes to me, I don't really think my community is like they understand mental health that much. So right now, if you had to ask me, I'd be blank. I don't even know what to say on that part. Honestly, I was just gonna be honest.
No, like I would look at it as community support should be really huge. I mean, it turns mental health from an individual issue into a shared responsibility. When communities create safe spaces for conversation, people, feel less isolated and more willing to seek help. Like support networks, like for example, friends, your family, local groups, or even online communities can actually offer encouragement. It can encourage guidance, accountability, and that professionals alone can't always provide.
True.
That's what I was thinking. Now, okay, in your view, what are the biggest mental health challenges facing Gen Z?
Oh gosh. Child, that is a very hard question because I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like my brain is flooded with
exactly,
quite a few
with
factors.
a lot. Like, I don't know, really. Like, maybe you can start and I can add on because right now it is a lot.
I mean, they do face a unique mix of mental health challenges. I mean, like, okay, we can look at digital overload and social media pressure with like constant scrolling exposes them to unrealistic comparisons, like, cyberbullying, fear of missing out. And that can heighten anxiety and depression. And then we look at it in an academic side where academic and career stress, where the pressure to excel in school, secure a stable future, and stand out in an ultra competitive job market can be overwhelming.
True.
Then we can look at, let's see, maybe global uncertainty, like issues like climate change, political instability, and economic challenges contribute to feelings of anxiety and helplessness. Like, what if I don't get a job here? What am I going to do?
Exactly.
And then reduced face-to-face interaction because of social media.
True.
Our phones are a huge thing because I mean we have this heavy reliance on digital communication, and that can make it harder to develop deep supportive relationships, increasing loneliness. And another thing is like, when it comes to school, and the same factor with reduced face-to-face interaction, online school, you basically online, you're not interacting with other students. Like I didn't do online, but I went to a homeschool type of thing. So we followed like a private syllabus, which is kind of online. There was an online platform for that, but we went to school. There were like 6 of us in like one class and in our grade, and like everyone was friends. It was just so chilled. Everyone was so nice.
That is so
but
nice.
Yeah, so that's how it was. And then we can look at stigma and misinformation. So like while awareness has improved, there's still confusion about mental health, including misconceptions about therapy, medication, and coping strategies. And then let's see, the last one, maybe I'll just give you one more. identifying and societal pressures, like navigating cultural expectations, societal norms, adds another layer of stress for many. So essentially, you know, Gen Z carries the combined weight of personal, social, and global pressures, and they're also more willing to talk about their struggles. So challenges, you know, are both more visible and more urgent to address.
Yeah, okay, I get that. That makes much more sense.
Yeah.
Like, I also had that, what if I don't get a job?
Yeah.
That is not nice.
Yeah.
That is not nice.
Mm.
Like, not nice. I'd understand a person who would go through so much because they don't have a job. I'd get that.
Yeah.
Another thing that we can look at is when it comes to like personal stigma, let's just say. You know, like, there's this thing, what do they call it? Comparison.
Yes.
At home. Like, they say everything starts at home. And I would like to believe so, because like, if I'm a happy child, nothing can dim my light. If I know that at home there's a set foundation that I'm a happy child. So like, a lot of parents have this thing of comparing their children. Now that can ruin a child's childhood like a lot. Throughout, they'd become insecure. You know, they face a lot of problems because of the whole comparison thing. So like, I feel like that also contributes to like mental
That
illness.
is true.
Another thing, you know, we're like, it is like we're in a century where we're expected to live up to certain what do you call this, certain
like expectations?
I'd say expectations
or standards.
Yeah, yes, standards. We're like expected to live up to certain standards, and I'm like, why can't I just be me?
Yeah.
Why can't I just be unique, different from everyone? Why can't I just do my own thing? You know, because that in a way can better me and my mental health
100%.
because I don't have the weight of trying to become better than my parents. Because like, for instance, if I come from a family of doctors, I can't just decide to be a chef.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have to follow my parents. Well, that's what my parents would want me to do, because they'll be like, I mean, being a chef is not actually a real job.
Yeah.
I've gotten that once.
Oh
like,
my
being a
word.
chef is not really a real job. You get paid for cooking, you know. So like, if it's those standards and those expectations that really weigh us down as Gen Zs. Like, we're expected to do so much, yet we are not even allowed to live a little.
Yeah.
So if you guys just bear with us and be a little gentle. But yeah, like, honestly, I feel like those two are like my most rated, because like, it starts at home. Comparison, never compare your children, no matter how different they are. They're unique in their own different way.
Yeah.
Comparing is not a good thing at all, because it can do a lot of damage. Like, that's just one thing on their own. And do not expect, especially if it's a child, like, what if your child wants to be the next president and you want them to be a doctor? You see? So yeah, like, you never know where someone is gonna end up or someone is gonna be. So you might as well just take that leap of faith. Just do it.
Anyway, we are running out of time, but thank you so much, Olima, for coming on. It was absolutely wonderful.
It was,
and
actually.
I really enjoyed this. I told you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I hope we can actually do this again and continue the show.
I hope so too.
Okay, beautiful souls, it is time to love and leave you. I will see you next week, Thursday, from 2 to 3 p.m. The 11th of December, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Get ready. Baldwin Vanishes is bringing you unbeatable deals you don't want to miss.